Hello everyone, welcome to another Yu-Gi-Oh card pack opening video. I made this on request, so I know the first one was really bad. This one's hopefully gonna be even worse. Now as you can see, I have a couple gems to spare, so we're just gonna dive right in, and we're gonna open probably 40 packs. So let's see what kind of pulls we get, and hope it's something good. Let's see, I'm just gonna start off on Neo Impact because this one is the next on the chopping block, and I do not want to lose my opportunity to get any of the excellent cards that are in this pack. Or this box, excuse me. Pack box. Treat of Uniform Nomenclature. Wow. Meteor Dragon. Shadow Slayer. Have one of those. Ritual of Destruction. Ooh, this is the card that summons Garland off, who is a really good monster. Fairy of the Spring. Target one equipped spell in your graveyard. Add that target to your hand. Ooh, so if I use an equipped spell, I can just revive it after using it. Guardian Brawl. Yep, that'll combine well with Gravity Axe, actually. Violon Charger. All face-up white monster you control gain 300 attack for each equipped card equipped to this card. I can see a deck being built around this with a ton of equips. Emblem of the Awakening. So that's for Kuchu Lane decks. I don't have one of those personally, but you know. Alright. Let's see what we get next. A major upset. I have one of those already. Ritual Weapon, equipped to only to a level 6 or lower ritual monster, gains 1500 attack and defense. That's an impressive amount. If I got another one of those, I could make a deck out of that. Release Restraint Wave. Target one face-up equipped spell card you control, destroy it, and all face-down spell and trap cards your opponent controls. That's kind of solid. Let's get that out of the way. Sorry, Elizabeth. Ooh, we got a little glowy going on here. Another one of those. High Tide on Fire Island. If you control a level 7 or higher water or fire monster, apply these effects. Okay, this is very interesting. Very situational, but you could probably build around it. Just like, ooh, Shooting Starbow Seal. So this is that thing that lets you attack directly, and it also lets you summon Seal, the monster, which I have like 4 of, but I never had the bow to summon it. This is like my 4th one of these, so you know, it's good. Tribute 1 plant type monster. Special summon 2 plant tokens. Yeah, and this is very curious, I gotta say. Oh shoot, wait, this is a ritual. Could this be? Oh, it's Kuchu Lane. Okay, I thought it was gonna be the Garland off. But this is good for farming, so I still appreciate getting Kuchu Lane. Phantom Cricket. Raimei. Alright, these things are good for my fairy deck that I have. So not bad, please. Doriado. Dragon Seeker. When this card is normal summoned or flip summoned, destroy one face-up dragon type monster. Holy Jesus. Violon Charger, another one. Another Kuchu Lane. Umbral Soul. Oh yeah, I have one of those already. Discard your entire hand, then for each you discard into the graveyard. By this effect, add 1 light monster from the graveyard to your hand. I'm not sure about this one. Maybe if you have a light monster that you need to revive from the graveyard, then sure. But you lose all that card advantage. so that's not so hot. Alright, we're gonna open 10 more of these. We got a Raijin. We got a Patrol Robo. During your standby phase, you can get one face down card that's been set by your opponent as long as this card remains face up on the... Ooh, okay. So you can do a little scouting. Probably not very good of a card, but you know. And there's one of the Guardian Seals I was talking about. Alright, we got the glowy glows. Wadapon! No way! This is that thing that Yugi uses in the show, and it's terrible. But I can think of something to use it. Arcane Archer of the Forest, Machine King Prototype. Ooh, 3 Karibos. Rainbow Glows. Eyeballs. Do we have a super rare card in the works? Yes! Jerry Beans Man. This is a great card. Great for my Odeon deck. Because of its naturally high attack, it doesn't need any sort of field spell to do its thing. So not a bad deal, not a bad deal. Glad I got that. This is number 5 of these at this point. It's getting ridiculous. A third common charity. Very useful card in certain circumstances. Beginning of the end. Ritual of Grace. Okay, I can summon North Wemco. Very curious. Ooh, here we go, the eyeballs. Kickfire. Soul Demolition. Element Dragon. So, ooh, not bad, actually. So if I have a fire-type monster, such as Guardian Seal on the field, this gains 500 attack, so its attack becomes 2,000, which is not a bad amount. Now, Element Dinosaur does the same thing with the fire-type monsters. So, I could see a fire deck being built around that. Ooh. Interesting animations at the start. We got glowy gold glow ritual runes, hieroglyphics, eyeballs. We got everything going on. The Kickman. When this card is special summoned, you can equip one appropriate equipped spell card from your graveyard to this card. I'm seeing something that could be done with a violent whatever the guy was. Raging Earth. When this card is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, destroy all face down and non-earth monsters. Alright, well, it's not really that great, but... Black Pendant! Yes! This is a good card. Simply for the fact that you can equip it, and it gains 500 attack, which is extremely useful in many different situations. The dealing 500 damage to your opponent when it's destroyed is just an extra bonus, too. Scanner. Once per turn, you can select one of your opponent's monsters that is removed from play. Until the end phase, this card's name is treated as the selected monster's name, and this card has the same attribute, level, attack, and defense. If this card is removed from field while this effect is applied, remove it from play. See, I'm not so sure about this, but I feel like something could be done with it, maybe. Ray of Hope. Add 2 light monsters from your graveyard to your deck and shuffle it. Now this is a card. Hell yeah. Beckoning Light. Oh. So a lot of reviving business from the graveyard going on here, I guess. Emblem of the Awakening. This is like my 15th of those. Painful Escape. Tribute 1 monster. Add 1 monster with the same original type, attribute, and level, but with a different original name from your deck or graveyard to your hand. This is a good card. This can be used in a variety of different ways to get the a monster that you want, that you drew something similar to. And Fairy of the Spring. Okay, just a regular open. Another painful escape. Puppet Magic of Dark Ruler. Select one fiend-type monster from your graveyard, remove from playing monsters on your side of the field whose total level is exactly equal to it. Then special summon from the graveyard. So, I mean, if you mess up and you tribute summon something powerful and then it dies, you can resummon it, basically. Not extraordinary, but discard one card from your hand during your main phase 1. This monster can attack twice during the battle phase of this turn. Okay, so I could see this being combined with Seal for massive damage. Although perhaps I'm crazy. Okay. Alright guys. Neo Impact, we got some great pulls. Really liked what happened here. But we are going to open some Chaotic Compliance, the new pack that just recently released. I've opened only 10 of them, and there are some good-ass cards in here, I gotta say. So let's just purchase these 10 packs. Space-Time Police. Ooh. This card has a lot of... this box has a lot of Psychic cards in it. So you can build a Psychic deck if you get good draws. Seal of Wickedness. Once per turn during your opponent's standby phase, select one face-up card on the field. That effect is negated during the turn. Oh, okay. So, not fantastic. Reveal one wind monster in your hand until your opponent's next turn. Monsters with a level higher than the reveal monster can activate their effects. So if you hate effect monsters, I guess this is the pack for you, because I got like 2 cards that negate effects in a row. During the main phase, pay 2,000 LP, make both players send all cards they control to the graveyard. Ooh. So it's like 3 turns after, you want to eliminate everything you own. Wow. That's not a great card, because it's kind of hard to predict what's going to happen. If you control a Psychic-type monster, apply this effect to all Psychic-type monsters you currently control for the rest of this turn. When they battle an opponent's monster, banish it, and the Psychic-type monster too. Okay, so there's some stuff going on there. Oh, snap, another 1750 attack monster? And this one's more common than Jerry Beans, man. Why have I not been opening this pack this entire time? Wow. Very curious stuff. And it's zombie type too, so that can be worked into zombie decks. Not a bad deal. Sasuke Samurai. When it inflicts battle damage, your opponent draws cards until they have 7 cards. That's cruel if you're in like a worm deck. But, you know. Destructotron. During the end phase, if this card is the only Psychic-type monster you control, destroy it. So you need other Psychic-type monsters on the field. When you use this guy, you can pay 1,000 LP, then target one set spell trap card your opponent controls and destroy it. Okay, so Spell Destroyer, not a bad deal. The only problem is that you need to be running a Psychic deck to use it. Seismic Crasher, Seismic, however you want to pronounce it. You can send one face-up continuous spell or trap card you control to the graveyard to inflict 500 damage. Alright, not the best. Pay 800 life points and target one of your banished light monsters. Add that target to your hand. Okay, so this is in combination with all that garbage that banishes white monsters. So we got interesting stuff there. Chthonian Alliance. I'm sorry, I almost didn't pronounce it right. The equipped monster gains 800 attack for each other face-up monster in the field that has the same name it does. Okay, so if you're running an Aqua Ritual deck, this might help it out, actually. Generation Shift. I'm really questioning how this is even possible, or how this can help anyone. Target one face-up monster you control, destroy that target, then add one card with the same name as the destroyed card from your deck to your hand. I guess if you're running a deck that requires monsters in the graveyard, then it's useful. but at the same time, that's a little questionable. Banish one earth, water, fire, and wind monster from the graveyard. Shuffle one card on the field into the deck. What? I don't understand how this is useful at all. Spell Absorption. Each time a spell card is activated, gain 500 life points immediately after it resolves. This, if you have Cerberus running around, maybe you could combine it with that. I don't know. Poison Fangs. Each time a beast-type monster inflicts battle damage to your opponent, inflict 500 damage to your opponent. That's cheap. Seal of Wickedness. Jar of Avarice. Target 5 cards in your graveyard, except Jar of Avarice. Shuffle all 5 into the deck, then draw 1 card. Oh, muy interesante. So, it's like Jar of Greed, except you need monsters, or cards, excuse me, in your graveyard to activate it. And then they get shuffled into the deck. So it's like a worse Jar of Greed, but depending on what kind of deck you're running, it could actually be more useful than it. Sasuke Samurai 3. Lady Assailant of Flames. Flip effect, remove 3 cards from the top of your deck from play to inflict 800 points of direct damage. Alright, not great, but it's a fire-type monster, which will help the element dragon and element dinosaur decks, I guess. Baby Sarasaurus. If this card is destroyed by a card effect and sent to the graveyard, special summon one level 4 level dinosaur type monster from your deck. Not good. I really can't fathom how this can be used with the current pool of dinosaur type monsters. But maybe I'm mistaken. You never know. Takosho of Ghost Destroying. When the equipped monster inflicts battle damage to your opponent, you can select up to 2 monsters in your opponent's graveyard and remove them from play. Okay, so if you hate if your opponent's being annoying with their graveyard, you can banish them instead. Second booster, you contribute this card to select 1 face up and it gains 1500 attack till the end phase. So it's basically Rising Energy, except it acts within itself. But it's basically Rising Energy. And you have to use it on your turn. So less volatile, or less versatile, excuse me. How terrible of me. Less versatile than Rising Energy. Luster Dragon number 2. This dragon feeds on emerald, enchanted by this monster even when attacked. Few people live to tell its beauty. Okay, so this is basically level 6 tribute summon monster. So if you have a tribute summon deck, which I think everyone probably should be running one of those in the back at this point, this might be a consideration if you have, for example, the Mountain Field spell. You can combine with that. Maybe you have a Blue Eyes deck going. Ooh, gold sparkles and stuff. Alright, Light of Redemption. Aegis of Gaia. Gain 3,000 life points if this face-up card is removed from the field. Take 3,000 damage. Okay, I guess if you can... Okay, so basically, it gives you 3,000 life points, but it's like a loan. And once the card's removed, then you have to pay back that loan. I suppose if you are running Cyberstein, it could be very useful, but I'm not sure. Fusion Sage. Add 1 polymerization card from your deck to your hand, then shuffle your deck. This is very good. Now my question is... Oh, I see. So my question was initially, why wouldn't you just run another polymerization? But it kind of shrinks your deck, so you can run 4 of them. Essentially run 4 polymerizations, except you can only use 3. But you're more likely to, you know, pick it. I don't know. Big Koala. Oh hell yeah! Look at this. It's a 7-star. It's a level 7 monster, so you need 2 tributes for it. But it's 2,700 attack, which ain't half bad, if you ask me. Okay. Yeah, we got a bunch of good stuff. Let me open just 10 more packs of this, because these cards are really good. Open it up. Javelin Beetle. Okay, so maybe if you get clever with a ritual deck, you can use this as like, you can either ritual summon it or use it as an ingredient for a different ritual summon, you know, one of those types of things. Sky Star Ray. This card can attack your opponent directly. If it attacked directly, banish it until your next standby phase. Alright, well, that is better than the other crap cards that can attack directly, because it kind of like gets itself out of the way. But at the same time, it's kind of crap. Sasuke Samurai, card shuffle. Pay 300 life points to shuffle either your or your opponent's deck. Hell no, that is not worth 3,300 life points. Unless you have aroma strategy or whatever that My Valentine, her duelist ability, then you can use that effectively. Genetic Woman, once per turn you can pay 1,000 life points and select one of your remove from play psychic type monsters. This combines with that spell card from earlier that banishes your psychic type monsters, I believe. Don't quote me on that. Psychic Path, pay 800 life points and select 2 remove from play psychic type monsters, add them to your hand. And more removing from play with the psychic types. When this card is destroyed and sent to the graveyard by battle, both players gain 800 life points. Fire type. Assault on GHQ. You select 1 monster on your side of the field to activate this card. Destroy the selected cards and send 2 cards from your top of your opponent's deck to the graveyard. Okay, so it's kind of like a conscription, except less cheap. Not bad, not bad. Weapon change. Target 1 warrior machine type monster you control. Switch their attack and defense until the end of your opponent's next turn. Okay. It's kind of like that spell card, or that trap card, excuse me, attack and defense, where they switch. But it's a spell card. Select 1 card in your opponent's graveyard, return it to the deck. That's very situational, but I can see how it might be useful. Earth Chant, this can be used to ritual summon any Earth ritual monster. Oh, okay. So I've been running a bunch of ritual decks using that Contract with the Abyss, which can ritual summon any dark ritual monster. That's the Earth equivalent of this. So very good. Another ritual archetype that could actually be viable. When it's special summoned from the graveyard, draw 1 card. Okay, so it's kind of like a zombie card, but not really. If the attack of this card becomes equal to the combined attack of the 2 monsters you tributed. Ooh, okay. Okay, you could get like 5,000 attack from this thing. Not bad. Ghost Fairy, Elphobia. Yeah, we already got one of those. Saw what it did. Foolish Return again, Extinction on schedule. Puppet King. Alright, not a fan of that pull, those pulls, but you know, whatever. Glowies? No glowies, just the Karibos. Trojan Blast. Activate only when an opponent's card effect shifts control of a monster from your side of the field to theirs. Destroy that 1 monster and inflict damage to your opponent equal to its attack. So I guess you can kind of counter Relinquish, except not really. Excavate the top 2 cards of your deck, add 1 of them to your hand, and place the other on the bottom of your deck. That's unreasonable. I guess because you need to flip. But wait, your opponent can just attack it, and then you get a free draw? That's pretty OP, honestly. Skelosaurus, 1700 attack, and it is a level 4, so... Oh, shoot. It was Gemini. I didn't quite see what it did before I irresponsibly clicked away. Option Hunter. Javelin Beetle Pact. Okay, so I could finally ritual summon Javelin Beetle that I have like 9 of. Brain Research Lab. Once per turn, you can normal summon 1 psychic type monster in addition to your regular normal summoner set. Wow. Alright, so it gets a psychic counter, and then you could you place one psychic counter on this card instead of paying life points to activate any psychic type monster's field effect, or psychic type monster's effect. And then when it's removed from the field, you kind of take damage. You get punished for it. But this is kind of vital if you're a psychic type deck user. So the risk, but high reward too. Prepare to strike back. Array of Revealing Light. Declare one type of monster. Any monster of the declared type cannot declare an attack during the tournament as normal summons, flip summoned, or special summoned. Very situational. Ooh, Gold Glowies and Blackluster Ritual, but like, what about Blackluster Soldier? I don't even have the card it goes with. Card Breaker. This cannot be normal summoned or set. Oh, whoops. Let me look at the description real quick. It's going too fast. Cannot be normal summoned or set. Can only be special summoned in face-up attack position by sending one card from your spell and trap card zone to the graveyard. This card sucks ass. I suppose if you're running a tribute summon deck, and you're having trouble getting that monster out to tribute, this can kind of be useful, but I can't imagine that you don't have a different way of getting what you want if you built a decent tribute summon deck. Other than that, we got some good things. I wouldn't say it was as good as the other pulls from today, but still kind of not bad. This is something I want. Look at this thing, 4,200 attack, and it's actually feasible to use a deck with those cards. Whoopsies. Okay, alright guys, this has been a Yu-Gi-Oh! Card unboxing, or opening, but it's in a box, so it's kind of unboxing. Thank you very much for watching my awful videos. And let me know if you don't want to see any more like this, so I know to make more. Thanks and peace.